everybody. Hey,
Hello,
Jen.
hello. How are you, my friend Michele?
I'm great, and you?
I am doing fabulous. So excited for our chat today and answering some really fun questions today.
Absolutely, me too. Well, as everybody is jumping on, go ahead and let us know where you're watching from. We love to hear that because we are live in a couple of places right now. So we love to see where you're watching from. If you were invited to watch this from one of the members on our team, go ahead and tag them right now so that they can find you. And I know that some of you need to share this video out to some destinations. So go ahead and click that now. And we'll get that done as everybody is finding us and we're catching up here, and we'll catch some comments.
All right. Love those earrings, Michele. Those are fabulous from our new collection.
I feel like these might be my new favorite earrings of all time.
They are
like worn these so many times.
Stop it. I love when the crystals go on that inside and the back. That, like, the attention to detail on those things, those just make me so happy.
Completely agree. Because we all know, Crystal, you're going to know now, crystal next to your face makes you look well rested. So you don't want to look quite as tired as you might feel. Grab some earrings with crystal next to the face for sure.
Love. Gorgeous.
All right. Well, I definitely think that we are, everyone who's finding us found us. So welcome everybody to our free Jewels chat. We'd love to do these on Monday nights to just share a bit about what we do here and if you might like to do it with us. So I am so thrilled to be here with our senior division leader, Jennifer Ewarts. She is one of the top leaders on our team, Team Shine On here, and she lives in California. And I'm always so amazed by Jen's story because she did work a full-time job when she first started with us here, and in just a short amount of time was able to completely change her entire family's day-to-day life. So rather than me share that, I'm going to let Jen take a second to kind of share how that went down.
Love that. Okay, so I started Park Lane when I had a newborn, 3-month-old, and a 2.5-year-old. And it was presented to me by my very best friend, and she's like, Jen, like, I think you should do this. It'd be so fun to do it together, and I think you'd be really great at it. And at first, I was like, yeah, maybe at some point in time in life, right? Like, I have a newborn and a 2.5-year-old, like, probably not right now. And she kind of just kept pressing me a little bit in, you know, a best friend way. And the more that my husband and I kind of thought about it, it was like, well, gosh, man, it would be nice to have that extra stream of income coming in to pay off my student loans, because that was something that I brought into our marriage, and it was kind of weighing down at that point, right? We had 2 kids at that point, and it was like, man, we really got to take care of some business here, and to have an additional stream of income coming in that we could put a name to, that we could say we are getting rid of that debt. Period. End of story. And so it was like, okay, well, you know what? That's what we're going to do. And so I was like, you know what? I'm going to give myself a bit of time to try this out. And it was not 2 months later that I was like, wow, this is really fun, right? I'm getting to have some girl time outside of my high stress job. I was able to hang out with other women in their homes, online, right? In so many different capacities, getting to know so many people. We paid off that debt. And then one of my absolute favorite things about my business and about the income that I bring in is that I get to say yes to the kids, right? That was something that was also so important to me, is that whether it was, yes, we can go get an ice cream cone, or yes, we can go out to dinner or get that McDonald's Happy Meal, or now they're 11 and 10 now, right? Or 9, almost 9. They're more expensive and they're not going to slow down, as many of you know, I'm sure. Let me know in the comments if you have older kids now, whether
They
they're
get
high
more
school,
expensive by the year.
college, young adults, right? Like grandkids, like those financial responsibilities don't stop. And now it's summer camp, and now it's, private lessons for gymnastics, and it's, name all these things where it's like, okay, well, our yeses are getting bigger.
No kidding.
But I was able to walk away from that full-time job because
Amazing.
of the growth that Michele has poured into our team, and the trainings and all of those things that she does so well for each and every one of us here on Team Shine On. And so walking away from that full-time job is a dream, right? How many of you is a dream that
Awesome.
you're like, I would love to walk away from my 9 to 5, right? That
Yeah,
was
let us know in the comments.
a dream for me. And to be able to be living that dream as a 37-year-old, right? Like, I'm still pretty young.
Yeah,
I'm so grateful for that, and still being
amazing.
able to provide such a fabulous income for our family. So that's a
Just
little bit
fantastic.
about
Such an
me.
inspiring story, because I do feel like so many people push off decisions for later.
Mm,
And you were like, yeah, you know what? Actually, the time is now. That's really fantastic.
yeah, yeah. Well, Michelle, I know that you had a similar story, and I think that as you're sharing that story, you can even answer one of our first questions that we have here tonight, and that is, why direct sales? Why was that a good fit for you starting out over 2 decades ago, and what does that look like for you and your family?
Yeah, direct sales is really a way to be a business owner while somebody else is kind of doing all of those back end parts, right? Because if I was going to run, in this case, we sell jewelry, right? So if I was going to run a jewelry business, I would be responsible for like deciding what we're selling and sourcing it and renting the warehouses and contacting I don't even know all the steps because
Yeah,
it's not my job, right? But like there's
exactly.
a lot of steps there, the brick and mortar, the warehouse, like all of these things. Direct sales allows us to do the fun part of the job, because what direct sales is doing is allowing you to be a business owner around the life you already live. So in Jen's case, the life she was already living was a newborn and a toddler and a full-time job and a husband, right? And the bills that come with all of that. And she worked this business around all of that, right? So um what are you working around? Let us know in the comments. Are you working around a full-time job as well? Are you working around kids schedules, sports, gymnastics, theater, um all the things that we have to do to keep them busy and safe in the summer? Are we working around credit card bills? Are we wanting to take a vacation that you haven't been on in so long because that extra money to pay for a vacation just is not there? Do you care for your aging parents? Do your family live far away from you and you spend time visiting them and traveling to do so? Are you a volunteer in your community? Are you a student? Are you retired? All of these situations and life circumstances and life stages are all of the things that we have here at our team. We have every single one of those and more. And direct sales, in this case, our jewelry businesses allow us to work around all of those things because you're working at the times and days that work best for you. So when I was needing to supplement my income, I was a teacher on maternity leave. So I did not have the older, I didn't have a 2-year-old. I had just the newborn, and it was now the summer. This was in June of 2000. And I didn't want to go back to school in September. But in order to not go back to school in September, I had to have a way to pay for the COBRA for the health insurance, which was at that time $600 a month. So what was I going to do to make $600 a month? And starting my own business, like from scratch, is something that would have taken a very big investment, right? Whereas with us, it's just a nominal kit starter, and you're reimbursed for that anyway, which we're going to talk about in a second. But it allowed me to start up a business and decide what was the action that was going to need to be taken in order to earn $600. And since the girl that had done my party told me she made $200 at my party, this was years ago. Of course, parties generally generate more than that now, but that I would make but at each party I would make about $200. Then it stood to reason if I did 3 parties a month, then I'd make $600. And so in June of 2000, that's what I tried out. I tried out 3 parties. I made $604.62. And my husband and I were like, well, all right, I guess that's what you do. If you want $1,000, do you do 8 parties? Is that how that works? And that's kind of what I did. I did a little more parties. Then it was, oh, somebody wants to join. Oh, wait, you get paid more for that. So that's kind of how I kept on that circuit, because obviously at some point I would have needed to go back to teaching, but I had 2 more children in pretty quick succession after that. So I just kept building. And that was 26 years ago. I started with a different company 14 years ago. At 14 years into that business, Park Lane offered me a leadership opportunity here through our Direct Appoint program. And I've been here for the last 11. So if you're looking to supplement your income around all of the things and responsibilities that you have now, then direct sales definitely can be the answer to that.
Yeah, definitely. I love that so much. If that resonates with you, if you're like, wow, I learned something new that Michele said, let us know in the comments. Put new in the comments. If you're like, wow, I had never thought about it in that way before. We always love that. We love that feedback. Okay, this one might not be as big of a question to convince people of. However, I do think that it is really an important question to address, because we do have options out there. And so why jewelry?
Yeah, I mean, of course, we right off the bat, Jen's like, oh, those earrings are like my new favorites. Jewelry is just a fun, feel-good product. So there are tons of things that are available in the direct sales space, right? You can be selling everything under the sun in direct sales. But what's a product that is universally loved by everyone, that everyone can be your customer, because some people are shopping for themselves, some people are shopping for gifts? What's a product that is never out of season, right? Some products sell more at some times of year than the others. Well, not jewelry. Jewelry is worn and purchased all year round equally. It's only busy or busier than that. Mm-hmm. There's no such thing as slow time in jewelry. Right. It's a product that allows people to come together and have fun, try something new, feel great. I had no idea how much joy jewelry would bring to typically women, that when they try something on and see that it lights up their face, see that it complements their outfit, hear the compliments that their friends, that other people at the party, or once they have it in hand and now they wear it to work and they're like, oh my gosh, I feel so great. I'm sorry, but that is spreading joy. And if there is something that is needed in this current climate of the world, it is the spreading of joy. And if I can have a small part of that, and if you can have a small part of that, just by sharing jewelry with women, helping them get a great deal, helping them feel and look better and love what they see when they look in the mirror, and just have some fun with it, discover some style, then that's what I'm going to do.
Definitely. I feel like if any of you were like, gosh, I want to be friends with Michele, like, I need that positivity in my life, right? Because I think we do, right? We need to be surrounded by a community of people that have that positive mindset too, because that's such a powerful thing. And that's a side note, but like, that's also what you're getting when you join Team Shine On too, is that yes, you're getting the weekly paychecks, all these benefits that we're going to talk about, but you're also getting to partner with us, and you're also getting to be a part of a community that joy, and spreading that joy and shining on. That's who we are, and that's who we strive to be each and every day. So if you're just looking for, even a community of people to push you forward into a better mindset in life, that may be reason enough to be like, you know what, I really should get on this. Yeah.
I mean, they say you are the product of the 5 people you spend the most time with, right? If your circle are complaining and negative and stuff, that's just not a fun place to be. Whereas here, you can be around a lot of fun, nice people that are going to affect all aspects of your life, not just your financial.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, okay, so our next question, and I think this is really an important one, is why Park Lane? Because there are other options out there. We've seen a lot of shift in a lot of things happen out with other companies in the last handful of years and even in the last year.
Yep.
We've seen just a lot of
That's fun.
shift with companies last month, right? Last week.
Yes.
And so why to partner with Park Lane is that a benefit?
Yeah, and I'm sure that some of you watching have already had some sort of not great direct sales experience, whether it's because the product just wasn't right for you personally and you were like, it's really nothing against the company. It just wasn't for me. Or you were having a great experience until they abruptly changed their program or until they abruptly closed. It's important to choose the right place, right? So Park Lane has been around since 1955. And all of our jewelry purchases, all customer jewelry purchases are fully guaranteed. So that's two things right there that tell you that we are in a place of stability, that this is a family owned and operated company. That means that literally the family that owns this company is there in the office working those day-to-day decisions, the financial decisions, the jewelry decisions, the what flight is someone taking on a trip decision. I mean, Jennifer received a call from one of our co-owners for the upcoming travel trip that we're going on because they wanted to run the flight by her that they were planning on putting her on because it's a long flight for her. So they wanted to make sure that she was like going to be happy with these travel arrangements. The co-owner of the company. Hi, Jen. Oh, hi, Arthur. Like, this is unbelievable. These are things. There are people that work for companies that never hear hide nor hair from owners, from CEOs or anything like that. So Park Lane was started again in 1955 with Arthur and Shirley, teenage newlyweds, wanted to own a business. And when they did their research, jewelry was the answer that came back for many of the reasons we stated earlier. So they just knew that that then they could build this amazing business alongside building their family. So as they're building the business, meaning Shirley's doing parties, meeting women, they're joining Park Lane, Arthur doing all that behind the scenes, and they're growing their family. So then fast forward to now, three of those sons, one of whom called Jen, are now the co-owners. And even that, their adult children are in critical roles at that home office. And even you see that the grandchildren are involved in some of those, like when we have our conventions and there's raffles or they're name reading, you know, like there's just this whole family connection. And what I love about that so much is that it's so clear to all of us that this is their family legacy, that they are a field first, meaning field, meaning us, field first company. And because it is their family legacy, I know that it can be my family's legacy. Jen knows it can be their family legacy, and it can be the legacy of every single stylist here at Park Lane, and that can include you. So with that, they were, of course, deciding on programs that are going to make the company successful. Mm-hmm. And if you're going to have a business in sales, you have to be selling something that people want and that they're going to see tremendous value in, right? So how many of you have participated in our customer program where you were making a purchase of jewelry and your stylist told you that only your two lowest price pieces were going to be the regular price and that the next 4 pieces you were going to choose would be half price, and that you may also qualify for a high-end bonus item that would be only $35, even if the normal price tag on that item was like $188.
And brand new just came out. Like that's also out. Like
cutting edge, brand new jewelry, right? So with that, women love to shop for that fantastic deal. And then that the jewelry is guaranteed. It looks beautiful. They get compliments everywhere they go. So I see that a ton of you have. And of course, on top of that, we have style drops, we have deal of the days, all of these fantastic programs that create these raving fan customers for us, and that we get to have these amazing relationships with and help style them up for special occasions, for every day, for work, for gifts. Well, if there's one thing that women all love to do with shopping, it's number one, I want the good deal on the pieces that I love. We clearly have that. Women also love to tell their friends about amazing deals. And you've done it. If you're watching this, you know of a time that you called your sister, your mom, your aunt, your niece, your best friend to tell them about a deal you got somewhere.
I'm pretty sure I just did that to you yesterday, actually.
You did. Jen's like, I love this sweatsuit, by the way, in case you want this one. And I was like, in fact, I do. Now, is that store giving Jen payment or an override if I go buy that sweatsuit? They are not. They are not. Is the grocery store giving you free peaches when you told your mom that the peaches were particularly fresh and amazing at the grocery store? They are not, but yet that's exactly what Park Lane does. So when someone gets a group of their friends together, and that can take place in person, at their home, at a restaurant, at a wine bar, or it can be on Zoom, on Facebook Live, in Facebook Messenger. There's like a million opportunities to do it. Not only do the women that came together get to shop the sale, but now Park Lane is rewarding the getter together lady with hundreds of dollars worth of free and discounted jewelry. Literally hundreds of dollars worth of free and discounted jewelry. And that is not something that comes out of our pocket. And in old school, direct sales world, that's, home party, that's hostess plan. And unfortunately, there are many other companies out there that have decided that that's no longer to their benefit to do, which is a huge mistake. And it's a huge detriment to all of those, whatever the company would call them, consultants, whatever, but all of their sales force losing out on teams because they don't want to pay out on those hostess gifts and stuff anymore. Park Lane knows that party plan is where it's at. Park Lane knows that when you reward the person who got the friends together with a beautiful shopping spree, they're going to want to do it again, and that someone else at that party wants to do it. And that's how we're able to stay in business. I'm here doing a business like this for 26 years. Jen's here for 9?
Yeah.
Yeah. Imagine it was only friends and family we were selling to all this time. People would be running and screaming away from us. Right. But we're always meeting new people, and a hostess plan is really hugely beneficial to helping us meet new customers. Definitely. So then once you have those two programs in place, now when we talk about the compensation plan, it makes sense, because when we say we have the highest among, if not the highest, certainly among the highest pay scale as far as your personal commission, on our team sales, we earn infinitely deep week to week. It's not like you have to wait till the end of the month for your team overrides. There's not any kind of strange cutoff where you only earn on your first 2 lines or whatever, companies call it. We get paid infinitely deep all the time, week to week. So if you have ever been in another direct sales company where you were not getting paid on any portion of your team because they didn't fall into the proper pattern and all that, we just simply don't have that. And I always love when I'm talking with somebody who never had any other direct sales experience, because Jen came to Park Lane with absolutely no sales experience. So the only programs she knows are here. But for those of us that came in direct to point, we'll be talking, like, let's say on a meeting or in a group setting, and we're like, oh, remember when you had those trip achievers and you didn't even get paid on them? Remember when they took away? Remember when we used to get demoted when the team, if somebody quit and it messed up your whole pattern? And they're like, what? Because we don't have that here. We don't have demotions. We don't have quotas. We don't have all of those punishments that other direct sales companies seem to be so fond of. So here, we simply don't have those things. And in addition, we have that direct to point program. So when I came to Park Lane, I had been an executive level in my other company. So when we had that interview, they asked me about that experience, and based on the team I had developed there, and the leadership skills that I had as a result of that, they assigned me immediately to a title of sales vice president when I came here, based on that experience, not based on that they were coming with me, based on the experience that I had. And I built a whole brand new team here at Park Lane and have since promoted again than the title I was originally assigned here appointed 2 years ago. So here on our team, I've had the pleasure of working with people with no sales experience at all and bringing them up through leadership. Jen is an executive leader here now as well and has been for several years. And I've had the pleasure of working with people who are direct appointed at our many leadership levels throughout our compensation plan, and transitioning them from their former company to their current new home here at Park Lane. And that's something that our whole team is equipped to be able to help you with as well, if you would potentially qualify for something like that. Now, that's of course the nitty gritty programs, but what about the fun perks?
That's what I was going to say.
We just spoke about that. Jen got a phone call about her flight. So 2 vacations a year. And I love when Jen talks about why she loves the trips so much. Because I mean, everyone loves free travel, of course. But I just love how you share about the Park Lane travel. Tell everybody what you love about that so much.
Yeah. Well, first of all, being starting almost a decade ago, right? There's no way that we would have been taking our newborn and our toddler on a trip to Switzerland. Like, that wasn't in the cards. That was not on the to-do list in our, first 5 years of marriage. And we would not have gone to St. Martin, on tiny island in the middle of the Caribbean, taking a just unbelievable catamaran trip to the middle of this blue ocean that I didn't even know existed, right? I always think about, like, I saw those on like Wheel of Fortune, right? People like won prizes on Wheel of Fortune, right? And they share these pictures. I'm like, that can't be real though, right? Like, those are like photoshopped
they
or
color
whatever.
enhance that, right?
Right? And then you get out in the middle of the ocean and you're like,
looks just
this
like Wheel of Fortune.
Real life, right? Like, you look up into this blue sky that are filled with the puffy clouds. You see your feet in the water. You see the little fishies that are, the Nemo fishies that are just swimming around. Like, all of these things. It's like, I'm doing this because I sold some jewelry. Right? Like, there's always a moment in time that we say that.
Always do that.
Single trip, right?
Yep. We look around, whether we're in Rome, whether we're in Paris, whether we're in Ireland, Switzerland, and islands, Hawaii, where all the places that Jen and I have been together, and tons of other team members and all of our Park Lane friends. And I always make sure I say it at least once. We sell jewelry. We do home parties. We do online parties. We sell from the chairs we're sitting in right now, right? Jen's in her party space. I'm in my party space. And we hold jewelry up to a camera and help women look and feel great. And that's why we are where we are right now. We marvel and are so grateful and incredulously laugh every single trip. Yeah. We have the Mercedes car program, and that's not just executive leaders. It's nothing that ever gets hauled out of the driveway. When you hit first and second level leadership, you're already right in there earning these Mercedes. And you can take a cash bonus, which is what Jen chooses. If you'd rather not have the actual car, I have the car. I did the cash first, and then I did the car, and a bunch of us have the car as well. So we have a little of both on our team. And that's a spectacular bonus. The jewelry seems to be a big question as well. I feel like the top question people give us are like, oh my gosh, do you have to buy all of that jewelry, all of this jewelry? The answer is absolutely not. We start out with our kit, and then every single month we have the opportunity to earn between $250 and $1,100 plus every single month. Not just when you're new, not just when new stuff is coming, all the time, every single month. Which is why We're going to be raffling off a piece of jewelry in a moment. But why too? So many of you have already won jewelry from us somewhere along the way, right? Maybe on a different one of these. Maybe you've participated in one of our jewelry reveal parties or any of our theme parties, or you're in the VIP group, Facebook group of your stylist. And there's always some sort of fun giveaway or amazing thing happening. And it's because Park Lane is so generous with jewelry to us that we can turn it right around and be generous to all of you.
Right.
So that kit, if you're thinking, what does it cost to get started and all of that? So our starter kit is $129. And for that, you get to pick out $500 worth of jewelry of your choice and ask your stylist when you do your survey at the end, ask about the bonus happening right now. But it's $500 worth of jewelry that you get to pick. You get a website for a whole entire year, professionally maintained by Park Lane. And even before you have to pay that $129, we do a launch party for you so that we are the ones showing the jewelry, processing the orders, wowing your friends and family with all of the deals, the sparkle, the style tips, everything. That way, when we close up the party, not only do you get the big shopping spree that the hostess typically receives at a party, but you get to keep the paycheck on that party, which is going to pay you back your $129, probably with extra, and pick out the $500 kit jewelry. So typically you end up with money in your pocket, about $1,000 worth of jewelry, and a business to continue to try. You try it out. If you love it, you started a business. If you hate it, you got thousands, if not hundreds of dollars worth of jewelry. You made some money. You got the answer to your will I like this or won't I question. Yep. And if it's not for you, you resume being a customer again. And you sure have a lot of jewelry and a life experience along the way.
Yeah. Well, that leads us right into our next question. And that is why now? Why is now a great time to jump in? And I want to answer part of this before I let you answer. But like, I always feel like that we just started a brand new collection, right? How many of you have a wish list that's a mile long? All right. How many of you have been to our reveal parties and you're like, hold please, right? How am I going to get all of this?
Right.
You love it. Michelle talked about how your friends are going to love it, right? It's a no-brainer to give it a try. And I think that right there, if you've heard anything in the last 20 minutes that has resonated with you a little bit, right? If you have turned your head and been like, right? That means that you should try it.
That's right.
Okay? That means that there's something inside of you that's like, let me just do it, right?
Let me just do it.
Let me just do it. And I want to just encourage you that like, you're not going to get hurt. We won't hurt you. So just try it out. And it's our goal, right? To leave you with more joy that you came in with. It's our joy to be able to help you to shine a little brighter. And so by hanging out with us for, let's say, a month, right? Try it in the month and see what it does for you. So that would be my answer to why now. Michelle, do you have anything else that you would kind of add?
No, that's my same answer. That's my same answer.
All right. Well, then show us what piece of jewelry we have.
Yes. So speaking of the jewelry, so we're going to be putting a link right now in the comments to the survey. So let us know what you thought about what you heard today. And by completing that, you're going to be entered to win our brand new chic necklace. This is one of our many designer-inspired pieces. You can wear it long. You can double it up. Everyone will think that you have a very expensive designer necklace. But somebody who completes the survey is going to be winning this brand new piece that we just added to our collection. And if you like what you heard, then when you get to the bottom where it says on a scale of 1 to 5, where do you see yourself? Click 5. Click 5. 5 means sign me up now. And if you're not a 5, then what you want to click is I would like a decider party. A decider party means we're going to do the exact party that we just spoke about, but we're going to see how it goes. If you love what you see and, you're just like, yes, this is for me, then at the end of the party, we'll tell you not only what you earned in your shopping spree, and who booked a party and who wants to perhaps be on your team, but we're going to tell you the paycheck as well and you keep it. That's a decider party. If we tell you all that and you're like, never mind, I think I just want my free stuff, I think I just want my host credit, then that's fine too. Then that's what you do. But a decider party is always a good answer if the answer is not 5, sign me up now. So we're putting that link in the comment chat for you. You'll be entered to win this fantastic necklace. And if you put any further questions on your survey where you have a space to do so, be assured we will be in touch with you imminently to answer those questions and to see whatever else we can do for you so that we can help you make a decision about whether or not this is right for you. So, Jen, thanks so much for jumping on tonight.
Well,
I always love chatting with you.
Yeah, it was such fun. Thanks for answering all of our questions, and we can't wait to see you soon.
We'll see you soon, everybody.
Bye. Bye.